Welcome to our brand new series, Destination Do-Over. My name is Samuel.
And I'm Amanda.
And we're from NOLA Studios, a production house from Atlanta, Georgia that releases travel-related content. We have 7 days to explore this beautiful city, which means we have a full agenda. So we've packed as many cultural experiences, historical landmarks, signature cuisines, and travel tips as we possibly can.
So stay tuned for our 8-part series,
Destination Do-Over. Welcome back, and good morning. We tried to start out this morning in St. Louis number 1, more on that in a moment. Today we're going to be exploring and learning all about voodoo and mysticism and spirits and ghosts and all the lore of New Orleans. The first thing we're going to talk about is St. Louis number 1 of the most famous cemeteries in the city. Allegedly the home of the voodoo queen, Miss Marie Laveau.
There are also a lot of other important graves here, such as Mr. Nicolas Cage. Whenever the sad day comes and he has to be buried, he's opted to be buried in a pyramid in St. Louis number 1.
St. Louis number 1 cemetery is one of the oldest cemeteries in all of New Orleans, and I believe it is the oldest one that's still in use today.
The cemetery is very famous, and they have some rules that you wouldn't normally expect for a cemetery, such as you can't go without a tour guide. You have to go within a certain amount of time, and you always have to have a tour guide with you because they have guards at the doors.
Speaking of guards at the doors, we were going to take a tour this morning of St. Louis number 1 so that way we could show you everything that's in there, but we missed our tour. What are you gonna do? Sometimes when you're on vacation, your plan just doesn't go like you thought it would. So instead, we're in St. Louis number 2 today, and we're going to get some cool pictures, and then we're going to head on and continue our day of voodoo and mysticism.
New Orleans is the most haunted city in the U.S.
Unless you're from Georgia, in which case Savannah is the most haunted city in the U.S.
But New Orleans is one of the oldest cities in the U.S. And historically, this town has been hard to inhabit. For a lot of its history, New Orleans has been plagued with the yellow fever every summer. So it's definitely believed to be one of the most haunted cities in the U.S.
This means that one of our recommendations is that when you come to New Orleans, you have to do a ghost tour and a ghost and vampire tour. We are very, very happy to be able to recommend French Quarter Cantons for this. We went on one of their tours yesterday about the music of New Orleans, and we're also going to go on 2 today. One of them, right now, the Saints and Sinners tour, and another one later tonight, the Ghosts and Vampires of New Orleans tour. But let's talk about something that neither of our tours covered this trip. The voodoo queen herself, Madame Marie Laveau. Marie Catherine Laveau was born to a free woman of color and a French politician and surveyor. She married Jacques Perry, a French immigrant who was a white refugee from the Black Haitian Revolution. Not long after they married, he disappeared. She and her second companion, Christophe Dominique de Glapion, lived together until his death in 1855. Laveau had only 2 daughters who lived to adulthood.
Laveau is often credited with the fusion of Roman Catholicism and Voodoo, which made it more acceptable for the white Catholics in Louisiana during her time. She started a hair salon where she served the white nobility of New Orleans. She was also a practitioner of Voodoo, and she had a way of always knowing everything there was to know about her patrons. After her death in 1881, one of her daughters took on the mantle of Voodoo Queen. Though we are not sure which daughter, Marie II is said to have been more theatrical with her voodoo, but neither Marie II nor any other wearer of the mantle Voodoo Queen would ever have the fame of Marie Laveau I. Today her legacy is still front and center in her home of the French Quarter. And now we will embark on our final tour of the day, the Ghost and Vampire Tour. One last time, we say hello to the Voodoo Lounge and await for our guide.